I need to tell you something very important. Van life in London is over because I just bought a house. Only joking. I'm in my van and I'm in Wembley, home to Wembley Stadium and of course the Lioness Overground line, named after the England women's football team for their achievement of winning the Euros and bringing Joey Barton one step closer to a brain aneurysm every time they play a match. More specifically, I'm staying in a place very close to my heart, one of Sweden's greatest exports alongside ABBA and the Northern Lights. I am of course talking about IKEA. I'm pretty excited. They've got a really big car park I'm going to snuggle up into. I do need a few bits for the van, so I'll probably have a walk around IKEA too. I'll probably get some food at the cafe. Apparently the car park does close, so we'll have to see later if someone comes to kick me out. But anyway, let's get to it. It didn't take long for me to run into my first problem. The multi-storey car park discriminated against my van for being plus-sized, and even though I tried all avenues, it seemed there was no getting around the short kings only policy, so I would have to persevere. We are parked up, we're in the Overspill car park, and to be honest it is very busy. Hopefully it will quiet down by night time. It's not the most ideal situation. We have a 6-lane motorway right behind us, which is pretty loud, but that's living in Wembley, I guess. To try and give myself some semblance of privacy, I am gonna put the blinds on all of the windows. Once I was certain no peeping Toms would be able to see in, I decided to check out the local area. IKEA came with some great amenities like this McDonald's, where I would be able to fill up water, and loads of places I could bin my rubbish. And there were seating areas where I could relax and enjoy the spring sunshine. There's places to charge my leisure batteries, and there's even other people here doing van life. It was a lovely day. So I ventured out of the car park where I could experience firsthand the genius city planning of Zone 4 Northwest London, and marvelled at a road where, for an average price of £626,000, you could live in a house just a few short steps from a 6-lane highway. Once I worked up an appetite and a nasty cough from the pollution, I returned to the van. Okay, we're about to go into IKEA, but before I have 5 quick facts that I stole from Ideal Home. Number 1. IKEA was founded in 1943. I mean, I guess there's better times than in the middle of the worst war ever to decide to open a flat pack furniture store, but fair enough. Whatever gets you through the bad times, I guess. 2. The name IKEA is an acronym for the founder's name, Ingvar Kamprad, the farm he grew up on, Elmtjärd, and the village it was in, Agunnaryd. 3. The average IKEA store is 300,000 square foot, and all IKEA stores combined actually cover a bigger distance than Sweden itself. That sounds actually untrue. 4. More copies of the IKEA catalogue have been printed than the Bible. Finally, 5. Stats indicate that 1 in 10 Europeans are conceived in an IKEA bed, which is interesting because the other 9 are actually conceived in your mum's bed. I spent a while in IKEA imagining what it would be like to live somewhere where I could fit actual furniture and not be ashamed to show new people where I spend my days, before perusing the aisles for Scandi-themed so-called household essentials, which I didn't know were essential things to own until I saw them and decided I too needed to have them. The queue for Meatballs was long and reminded me of getting lunch at school, only this time Liam Venables wasn't there to pull my trousers down in front of all of Year 8, and no one here would spend the next 3 months calling me Prawn Boy. I was disappointed to find my meatballs were bland and gooey, and began to think I had fallen victim to IKEA marketing, which had convinced me I just had to try them. I then thought of the things I had bought, like the fried egg cushion and a basket I wouldn't be able to fit any of my things into, and how I had just bought them because I saw them and felt like I had to buy them. After all, everyone around me was buying things. As I ate my meatballs, I thought long and hard about how much of my life was just spent buying silly stuff I didn't need. Which is as good a segue as any for today's sponsor. My van's extremely important to me. After all, it's my home, my transport, and the biggest prop in my content creation. So it's important to invest in equipment that keeps it safe at all times. Like this, the VFO A329 dashcam. This naughty little bad boy is one of the best dashcams on the market. It records 4K footage in 60 frames per second and has a Sony Starvis 2 sensor, which means it records night vision footage in HDR. As well as this, it has external SSD support and can transfer 4K footage to your devices in seconds. Installing the VFO dashcam was super easy, but if you have any issues, there are a wealth of resources online to assist you. And here's an example of just how clear the footage is. Cinema worthy. I used to have sleepless nights, worrying that if something was to happen to my van then there wouldn't be any evidence, be it an accidental collision, vandalism, or a creepy Deliveroo driver trying to stalk me. But now I sleep easy, and it's all thanks to the VFO A329 dashcam. I've put a link in the description, and you can use the code LEWIS329 for a discount. Now back to the video. Right, I'm back from IKEA, and to be honest, it's pretty dark outside now, so I'm going to get the van ready for bed. I feel like when you're doing van life in London, it's important to make the van really cosy inside. That way you can kind of disconnect from the horrors that wait outside. And I mean, London is basically one of the worst places ever. As long as your van's nice, you can kind of be anywhere and even forget for a second that you're in northwest London. I mean, who wouldn't want to forget that they're in Wembley? Now that the van's nice and cosy, I need to get cosy too. Wow, look at that magic. But I'm not quite finished yet because I need to make my little bedtime snack. Right, I'm smashing out a quick bedtime yogurt. Bash. Get the yogurt in there. Then I'm going to throw a few oats in, peanut butter, a little bit of honey, some frozen mangoes. Then I'm going to top it off with some very naughty toasted almonds. Alright, so I've got the coziness, I've got the yogi snack. All that is left now is to find something to watch. So I'm in rotation right now. I've got an episode of The Last of Us I could watch. I've got an episode of The Righteous Gemstones I could watch. And I've also got a new episode of The Studio. I guess when I'm alone in a van at night, I don't really want to watch zombies killing people. I'm going to watch an episode of The Studio. Okay, I've finished watching The Studio. I've had my yogurt. Now all that is left is for me to finally go to sleep in the IKEA car park. So, good night, God bless, and I will see you in the morning. It sounds like someone's outside, like looking around the van. The curtains kind of come down as well. Yeah, there's definitely someone out there, like, what do they want? Man, this is so annoying. It's like 3 AM, I've been sleeping and I woke up to some, like at first I thought someone was knocking on the van, but I don't know. There's definitely someone out there though, and it's pretty scary. Luckily I'm all locked in, so it is what it is. I think they're gone. There's probably just some guys on the way back from McDonald's or something. Oh well. Hello. Would you like some eggs? Last night ended up getting pretty strange. Yeah, I don't really know what that was. I'm pretty sure it was a person or persons. I doubt it was IKEA staff. I don't think any of them get paid enough to care about me being in their car park, but we survived. I'm here with my half-eaten egg sandwich. Gonna enjoy my morning in IKEA and then I think I'll be on the move. Ta-ra. Right, I've had breakfast, I've got my coffee. Yeah, it's pretty much time to go, to be honest. Pretty good 24 hours that I spent overnight in IKEA. As car parks go, it was pretty decent, other than those guys that were maybe trying to break in. Decent little walk around, amenities. Obviously being parked up next to the IKEA is pretty good. Had an okay lunch, had my meatballs. Yeah, I'd say overall 7.5 out of 10. Let me know in the comments if there are any other IKEAs I should stay in. I'm thinking IKEA Croydon next, or if there's any other flat pack furniture shops, although I think IKEA kind of has the monopoly on those. I think I'm going to go for one final little walk around, say goodbye to the spot, and then it's time to skedaddle. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let me know in the comments what you think of Wembley IKEA. If you want to see how I got on during my first week of London van life, or how I convinced the letting agent to rent out my van to a member of the public, click one of the videos on the screen now.